Hi everyone and welcome to Guru Nick's 1 Minute of Wellness. Today's topic is goal setting for the new year. A lot of people around about this time look at setting some goals, whether it might be a work goal, a financial goal, a health goal, or maybe a relationship goal. A lot of people then also look at, coming up for some new holidays into the mid-new year or late new year. Whatever it may be, what I'd like to do is I've got 7 steps that I share with my clients on how we can make it really fun, really achievable to, ensure success with any of the goal setting that you may do. The first step is, so I've written them down here, so the first step is figure out, one single goal. A lot of people unfortunately work on 10 different goals at one time and they devote way too much energy on all the different goals rather than focusing their energy on one goal. The key here is to, figure out which goal that you want to achieve first, set that as a priority and work on it until it's achieved. So let's say if we're talking about a health goal, it might be, drinking 2 liters of water per day, let's say. And what you want to do is set that goal, write it down. So I want to achieve 2 liters of water per day. This is my goal. Now, the next step here is to find out how it's going to benefit you. In other words, you want to get emotional with it and find out how drinking the 2 liters of water per day is going to affect you not only physically but emotionally. In other words, make you feel better that you're achieving this goal, make you feel better that you're working on yourself and your health. And also you can, look at the physical, outcome of that, where your skin's going to be healthier, you're not going to be as dehydrated, you're going to flush the toxicity away, whatever it might be. So really get an understanding of how it's going to affect you or how it's going to feel for you. The next important step is also looking at making sure that whatever goal that you set, you've got about anywhere between a 70 to 75% success rate. In other words, that you can achieve this. It's no use setting a goal that's way too out there. A lot of people come to see me and they talk about I want a pay increase. So I ask them, so what are you on now? And they're saying maybe 50 or 60,000, and they say I want to make 160,000 within 12 months. Usually that's a bit too much of a gap, and it just makes it really difficult. I'm not saying that it isn't achievable. I believe that anything is achievable. It's just a matter of going, is this goal realistic? Is there a 75% chance or more that I'm going to achieve it? The next one is to write down the goal daily. What I like to use is a chart where I can plot if I've done that goal or I've worked on that goal on that particular day. So let's say, for argument's sake, if you're drinking 2 liters of water, you can write it down, day 1, yes, I've drank it, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, depending on if you set it up in days or you set it up in a monthly calendar. That way you can look at your progress over a week and then a month and then maybe, 6 months, 12 months. This will show you, so what you're putting in, the effort that you're putting in equals the results that you're getting out usually. It's a lot easier if you track it on a daily basis. The next one I'd say would be to break the goal down. In other words, if we're talking about a 2 liters of water, how I can break it down into maybe drinking 500 mils, per certain section of the day. In other words, if I break down 2 liters divided by 500 mils, I've got 4 bottles that I need to drink throughout the course of a day, which may be 12 or 15 hours on an average day. You can even break this down a little bit further, where you're drinking 6 or 7 300 ml bottles over the course of a day. So it works out maybe 1 bottle with every meal, and maybe if you're doing some exercise, you might drink a little bit more water. Now the next step is to really be persistent. In other words, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes a little bit of time, and usually I find if you implement it over between 3 or 4 weeks, you're really starting to get some momentum with this. You can have a look at the chart and see how you're going, and obviously look at how you're feeling with this. And the last tip I'd like to share with you is to reward yourself. When we reward ourselves, especially towards success, and we're looking as we're achieving this goal, what the brain does is it creates what's called a neural pathway. In other words, it creates I want you to think about it like a level of memory that it says, well, I'm achieving a goal with reward, or I'm achieving a goal with success, and it makes you feel good. So every time you feel good, if you can say, every time I goal set, it means that I'm starting to feel good and I'm getting the most out of it, you're more than likely going to succeed, and it really imprints that into your mind and makes it a lot easier for us to succeed. I hope you enjoyed this 1 minute of wellness. Actually, it's probably 4 minutes of wellness. So this is Guru Nick. Until next time, have a great life.